That you have to be pretty dumb to think that the way to bring people around to your point of view is to make them late to pick up their kids from daycare. And that's what most normies are thinking. I have a kid.
Bill Maher stunned his woke audience by absolutely ripping the woke crowd. As you can see, this tweet here from Kyle Becker says, Bill Maher rips narcissistic woke protesters who back communism, the worst form of government ever. And I'm not going to read this entire tweet because I'm just going to show you the video. But Bill Maher recently has been really going after the woke crowd, at least on the extremely ridiculous things that they've been doing. Now, I don't think by any means is Bill Maher red-pilled. We recently saw him telling, I think it was Dr. Phil and some other people, no, it was Piers Morgan and some other people who he had as a guest on his show, Real Time with Bill Maher, that he was fine with abortion because abortion is murder and he's just cool with that. And it's like, yeah, Bill Maher is attacking the woke crowd. He's leaving the woke audience members stunned by saying stuff like this that I'm going to show you here in 1 second. But also he says stuff like that, where not only is he pro-choice, but he is like pro-abortion, even though he thinks it's murder. And that's just like, I mean, it kind of erases all the good things that he's been doing. Like, that's pretty evil to say. I think everybody, no matter what side of the aisle you're on, no matter what side of politics you're on, can agree that what Bill Maher said about that is just evil, like straight up. That's mental illness territory. You should probably be put on a list or maybe even put into an asylum territory. Anyway, let's get into this video here where Bill Maher is just straight up ripping the woke crowd, the woke protesters out there. And it really does shock all of his woke audience members. And it shocks a lot of the woke people on the internet as well, which we'll go into. Let's check this out.
And finally, new rule. Someone needs to tell the people who block traffic in the name of a cause, no one likes you. And you're probably hurting your cause. In case you haven't seen what's going on lately, activists for ending the war in Gaza have taken to gathering on roads and bridges and stopping commuters from crossing. It happened last week in New York and San Francisco, Chicago, Seattle. They also blocked traffic here on the 405. But
if you enjoy content like this, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
No one noticed. What they did notice was this, that you have to be pretty dumb to think that the way to bring people around to your point of view is to make them late to pick up their kids from daycare. And that's what most normies are thinking. I have a kid. I have a job. And yes, I'm sure there are.
And that's how you know these people don't, like the people who are protesting and blocking traffic as their protest, they don't actually care about the causes that they're trying to protest for. All they want is attention. Because all they're doing is saying, how can I cause the most inconvenience? Or really what they're doing is saying, how can I get the most attention out of this situation? How can I make this as about me as possible? And the best way to do that, to actually get attention from other people, is to massively inconvenience them, cause traffic jams, literally block traffic, to the point where people have to get out of their car and physically move you out of the way if they want to get to where they're going. That's the best way for these people to get attention, because they can't actually, actually create something of value or get attention in a way that's actually going to help the world. Instead, they just block traffic for people who probably don't even care about the war that you're talking about. They probably haven't even, looked into it because they're so busy just living their lives, going to work, taking care of their kids, trying to put food on the table. They probably don't care at all. And even if they do care, they have no influence over that war. It's not even in this country. So we have no voting influence. We have to pay taxes or else we go to jail. So it's not like we can just stop paying taxes that are being funneled over there. There's nothing we can do. So get the hell out the way. It's as simple as that. There's nothing that you or we can do about it.
There are injustices on both sides in the Middle East, as there are injustices all over the world. But I'm going to be late for work, something you protesters on the bridge seem to have the luxury of not having to worry about, which seems kind of privilegey. You can glue your hands to the street because your hands don't have to do any work today. I'm not saying there aren't sincere passions about Gaza, especially among people from the region, but social justice warriors, for a lot of them, it seems like it's more about the warrioring than about whatever the cause is. If you really cared about apartheid so much, which Israel does not actually practice, Arabs there vote, they serve in parliament, they sit on the judiciary, wouldn't you start with this? With the hundreds of millions of women in the world who live under a true apartheid, a gender apartheid.
And also, wouldn't you do it before? And I know that there was some like very rare instances where this was happening before, but wouldn't you do it before this war became like such mainstream talking point? Like, why is it now that everybody is protesting? I understand there's atrocities happening in Gaza now more than before, but according to these people, it was happening before as well. I don't know. I wasn't that connected with the war, and the only reason why I still care, number one, I don't like to see innocents die in any war. It's always horrible. You know, like with the Tucker Carlson and Ben Shapiro situation, it's like, I don't know how you can defend or celebrate the nuking or bombing or, of innocents in any situation. It's always awful to me that innocents are dying whenever it's, just normally a few people at the top of the food chain that's causing these wars, and then innocent people die because of it. That is one reason why I care. But number two, because I'm paying a lot of taxes. The American people are paying a lot of taxes, and they're all being funneled over there into that war, into the Ukraine and Russia war. And it's just, that part's annoying for sure. But other than that, the only reason why I care is because I don't want America involved. That's the only reason why I care right now, because American involvement is at an all-time high. So why didn't these people who say that they truly just care about the atrocities that are happening now and have been happening for a long time, why have they just started to protest so much right now? I understand that they're saying that they're anti-war and everything. In my opinion, I think these people, they just want to protest no matter what it is. Like, they just want to protest the current thing so that they can get attention. That's what I think, for the most part. Like, let's be real. None of these protests are actually going to do anything to move the needle. They're not going to do anything. Maybe, I don't know. I don't even know what you could do other than protest to do anything about it, other than just go to the countries and start to fight for that country that you want to support so badly. That's the only thing I could think of.
Of the most brutal kind. I'll wait.
I'll be real with you. I have no idea who this guy is, but can't you just tell? I'm such an asshole. I don't know why I have to say this, but can't you just tell he's a male feminist who's probably a vegan? He's probably very, very soft, and he doesn't have much testosterone in his body. Just by the way that he's clapping and giving a very, like, you could tell this is his sincere face. He's like, yes, I'm so sorry for, I have my sincere apologies to these women. And every woman out there watching, I want you to tell just how sincere I am in my agreement with Bill Maher that women in the Muslim and Islamic, regimes that are running these countries, they are so mistreated. Like, I'm going to rewind a few seconds so you can watch. Look how this guy's just, maybe I'm completely wrong. Let me know in the comments. I don't know who that is. But people like this that make these kind of faces to let you know that they're so sincere, just piss me off, man. I don't know why I'm such an asshole. I can't help myself. It's so performative.
Are you really speaking truth to power, or do you just think you look cool in a keffiyeh? Which is really just the new Che Guevara t-shirt. Another historical figure you never researched and so think is a hero, but was actually a sadistic, racist monster fighting for communism, the worst form of government ever. But these are small matters.
That's a crazy statement. That's a big statement from Bill Maher right there, saying fighting for communism, the worst form of government that matters. The woke cult does not recognize communism as the worst form of government ever. The woke cult recognizes communism as a better alternative to what we currently have in capitalism. You look at a lot of the bigger streamers, they all push communism. Even like there's some people on the right that push that too, but that's the woke cult will get angry, and they have gotten angry since Bill Maher said this about communism, because they think capitalism is the devil. They think capitalism is straight up evil. They want communism. That's what the woke cult wants to push for. Whether they want to call it that or not, they all want communism in one form or another. That's just what they want.
Small matters when activism merges with narcissism. Less about the cause and more about me. Look at me. Watch me. And if you like the way I'm fighting injustice, remember to like and subscribe.
It's all he's spot on, man. Bill Maher is spot on. I promise I didn't watch until this point in the clip. I saw that it was a very interesting clip. Turned on the recording, started talking. Bill Maher's spot on there. That's exactly what I said earlier on in the clip. This is all about getting them personal attention. That's it. They don't care about the causes. They can just pick a cause out of a hat and then go attention seek about it. You know, it could be they're protesting the way animals are treated on farms and slaughterhouses, you know, and they go throw paint on a painting on the Mona Lisa or something. It could be anything, climate change, and they go glue themselves to the street. It could be the war in the Middle East, and they go and shut down college campuses. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. They're just going to go pull a cause out of a hat and go seek some attention for it. That's what this seems like. And if we're wrong, then stop being so obnoxious with it and try to go do things that actually matter, that actually move the needle. What that would be for a war that literally shouldn't have anything to do with the United States, and you live in the US, I don't know. I think that's an issue personally. I wish America wouldn't be as involved. And I wish, you know, if they are going to be that involved, maybe we should have a say in it. But that's not the case. So I don't know what you could do, but I guarantee you stopping traffic and shutting down college campuses and causing massive and major inconveniences for people, that's not going to help either. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you're thinking about Bill Maher going against his normal woke audience and leaving a lot of them stunned. I guarantee it. And a lot of people were complaining at him on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Let me know what you're thinking about this new Bill Maher, even though he's definitely not red-pilled because of the clip that I talked about earlier with the pro-choice stuff, but he's getting there, it seems like. You know, there's a lot of people saying that it's harder and harder to dislike Bill Maher in the comments here. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is it harder for you to dislike Bill Maher recently? Or are you still just as against Bill Maher as you ever were? Let me know in the comments what you're thinking about this whole situation.